Spanish risk premium is basically the interest rate of Spain compared with the interest rate of another standard country. In this case, it would be Germany. So, in order to understand this problem, you must know what the yield to maturity is. The yield to maturity is basically the rate of return of a bond. You also must know what the maturity is. The maturity is simply the lifetime of the bond. You must also know what liquidity is. Liquidity is the ability of the market to accept large transactions without or with a minimal change in price. It is also the ability for users to cash out. When a company goes public, the entities buy the stocks from it. This is known as primary sale. Then these sell the bonds to users such as us. This is known as the secondary sale.
Nice to meet you, gentlemen.
Good morning, man.
Thank you for coming.
Nice to meet you.
Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Well, I introduce myself. I'm the bond obligation manager from La Caixa. And I've been told you have some money you want to invest, right?
Right. We want to invest 250,000 euros in some of your new project we are looking for. So what can you suggest to me about that?
Well, from La Caixa, we're offering now new 10-year regulated accounts with an effective rate of 4.5%. And also apart from that, we are selling new packages of bonds, 10-year bonds sold at par, with a yield to maturity of 4% semi-annually, and so that the coupons will work like this. Every 1st of February and August, you will get a sum of 6,000 euros from the coupons, and also at the end of the bond, you will get the par value.
Oh, and this sounds great, because in this way we'll be able to pay also my semi-annual university fees.
And with the remainder we can reinvest it to this new deposit, right?
Yeah, well, let's see how that works.
So you have a deposit that increases with an effective rate of 4.5, and to this amount of money you have to add their investment that generates the interest amount that goes to the deposit.
So then, how much are you willing to invest?
I want to invest 150,000 euros in debt obligation, and then the rest, the 100,000 euros, in a regulated account that will generate money continuously.
Okay, so then with that you will pay 150 debt obligations.
Right.
Is that a deal?
It's a deal.
Thank you, Jen.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new.
Tell me.
So I've cleared up my mind. I think I'm gonna take away the money from this account because I want to buy a new house in Switzerland, so I need this money.
Okay, but you have to know that this will result in a 0.05% penalty in the money that you have in the account. Yeah, well, now I'll leave you with my assistant and he will tell you all the details.
Okay. Firstly, you have to know that the internal rate of return is greater than the yield to maturity. So let's see why this happened.
Interest rates in the market for this kind of bonds are 4.55%. So then we'll be able to sell our debt obligations by more or less 180,000 euros. So now, with the price of the debt obligations, which is negative, the 6 coupons for 6,000 each one, and our selling price that we just calculated, we can now get our internal rate of return for this bond, which is 5.97%.
So your total balance will be something like this.
So with the money that we get from selling the debt obligations, plus the one we get from the bank account, we get that final amount. So this will mean that our first investment has grown with a compound annual growth rate of 9.98%.
And the amount of money available will be this. Yes, that amount of money. And this will buy you something like this.